Hello, loves. How are you? I hope that all is well and everyone's having a wonderful day. I'm Noteworthy, and I'm here with your Oracle Wisdom for the day. I hope you got a chance to look at yesterday's, was it yesterday or day before? Oracle Wisdom. I hope you like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy this content or feel that it would be useful for someone that you're thinking of or that you know. I appreciate your input, your comments, your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions. And today's card is Life's Purpose. Seek your own deeper vision for life. Okay, she looked like she need a deeper vision. Life's purpose. Seek your own deeper vision for life. Life's purpose. Seek your own vision, deeper vision for life. And she does indeed look like she is seeking deeper within. Like her mind is swirling. And she's trying to contain it all in the vessel before her. Okay, that kind of thinking can give you white hair. Life's purpose. Let's see. Seek a deeper vision. For your life's purpose. Seek your own deeper vision for your life's purpose. What do you believe your life's purpose is? Everybody has a purpose, whether we believe it or not. But what do you think your life's purpose is? Are you optimistic about that or pessimistic? Life's purpose. Seek your own deeper vision for life. For 30 years, I was searching for God. And when my eyes were finally opened, I discovered that I was God who was seeking. That it was God who was seeking me. For 30 years, I was searching for God, and when my eyes were finally opened, I discovered that it was God who was seeking me. Basta me. That's the author of that little poem. And the card says, looking for the truth, for God, or for the beloved is the fundamental theme of these devotions, of Sufi devotions. Many of their mystical discourses and writings are centered on the theme of searching for the ultimate truth. Bastami is proclaiming here that what we seek is already there, waiting to connect with us. Our true purpose in life is already set in our DNA, and I believe that what you seek is within you. We have to find our way into it. We do this by taking steps toward our goals and by trying new things. The more we act on this, the more we find clarity. This oracle is encouraging you to see yourself moving from darkness toward the light. Affirm that you have the power to create and to heal the limitations within you. Love sets you free to be aware of a personal universe within yourself. You are guided to learn to access this deeper capacity by trusting and opening to it. Through faith, the boundaries of the earth and its atmosphere seem to open to allow you to touch and experience a new reality. Dear one, know that when your life is working as it is meant to be, your entire existence flows quite easily. Take charge of your life and keep reminding yourself that you can do this. Start now and begin to follow what attracts you. Develop interests that renew your energy, even if you realize you may have to change your course. As you discover your true purpose in life, you naturally become more loving and helpful to others. When this happens, your relationships will also improve. As you ponder your purpose in life, keep asking these questions of yourself. What is it that I love to do? Why am I here? What is my life's purpose? The answers may not come on the first day or even in the first week, but they will eventually come to you when you seek to respond sincerely from your heart. I love this. Today I was having a conversation with one of my girlfriends, and we were talking about, we always say when we get together it's a therapy session, but today we were talking about how the world sees us and how we see ourselves. How did we get on the topic of we was talking about weight and being and how we see ourselves. Because me personally, I've always been a heavy girl. I've always been thick, heavy, whatever y'all want to call it. I've always been that way, and there were a few instances in my lifetime, and they were usually after I became ill, that I would lose weight and go down, and I did not like how I looked slim. It just, because my cheekbones are so high, they're so high, my cheekbones. So I just always look gaunt and sickly, like I had something. And I didn't like the look because everything was stuck in, and all you see is my jawbone sticking up, and it's just not. But there was a time when I intentionally sought to become fit, and I was coming to a place where I was comfortable with my look, and I wasn't too big and I wasn't too small. I was like, let's say a size 18, still thickum, but in all the right places. And everybody would say, oh, you lost a lot of weight, you look like this, you look like that. But when I saw me, I did not see that I lost any weight. I saw the same thick chick I always saw in the mirror. It didn't matter that I had lost a lot of weight, and the only way that I could tell that I had even changed, my look had changed, or my size had changed, is because my clothes. That was the only way, because looking how I saw myself was not how I actually was. I was unable to see myself, which you will hear me say often. That's part of coming out of the condition of codependency, because you have to confront yourself. You have to get to the point where you see yourself. What are your needs? What are your wants and desires? What do you like or dislike? Those are things that I had to observe and answer for myself. Like the movie from Julia Roberts, and every time she got the boyfriend, they would ask her what her eggs were, and her eggs would be whatever their eggs were. That's like the conditioning of codependency. You don't have your own anything. It just becomes whatever the person that you are with or caring for or are living with, your likes become their likes because your interest is to please, to satisfy, to heal and nurture the other individual and not yourself. So self becomes invisible, and all you see is those outside of you, and that's who you run for. That's who you live for. And that's the conditioning that I have been under up until, it's been about maybe 10 months now, 10, 11 months. So I'm sure to some people, maybe not, I seem or appear or act differently, and it's because I'm not going by what I know of other people. I'm learning and experiencing and developing what I like. There's some things that are given that no matter how, who I was around or what I exposed myself to, that I still had a love for. And that was books, that was music, that was writing. And my love for those things was always present. Now, for the last, since this realization, this awakening, I haven't been doing too much writing because it's like, it's a little dark. You don't really want to dwell on it. You're so busy feeling it. You don't really want to relive what you're feeling as you're feeling it by writing it. But I need to start doing that, processing it. It will help me recall quicker and heal faster personally. So I don't have to keep drawing myself back to these memories or lessons. I don't have to have total recall to go through the process. But perception, I always say perception is a mother, because I was not unable to see myself. So this I totally am in sync with. This resonates with me, to seek your own deeper vision for life, for your life, not others' lives, your own life. What is it that you really want to do? What is it that you've always wanted to do that you've never done? I'm remembering a lot of things that I used to have the desire to do and explore, and I never did those things. And even though I'm much older, I still have the desire to do those things. Some of those things, because of my war wounds, I'm not able to do. Like, I would love to go horseback riding, but I don't know if from my injuries, will I be able to do that? Will I just be harming myself? Will it cause me more pain than pleasure? So that's something I gotta look. And I have to retrain myself to swim because of all of the apparatus that I have in my body. I'm heavy on one side, and I start sinking, tilting and turning and sinking. So I'm gonna have to, I guess, take some lessons, retrain myself to see if I'm able to I have to overcompensate on one side of my body for the other side, since it's prone to just, it's so funny because the only thing I'm able to really do well is float. But so that's two things that I enjoy doing that I don't believe I'd be able to do. But I haven't been on a horse since I was a kid, and uh, I haven't swam without any issues in a much longer time. Well, in a long time. It's been yeah, it's been a while. But how we perceive ourselves some is important, and we have to be careful that we're not looking at ourselves through the windows of the eyes of others. And that's what I had did. I had took on all of the things that people have said to me and done to me, all of my experiences of people. So when I was young, I was bullied a lot. You don't wear the right clothes, you don't have the latest fashions, and etc. You don't look like them, you don't talk like them. Why you different? You think you better than me? No, really. I just want you to leave me alone, period. I don't want to be different. If I'm different, oh well, I'm different. Why does it bother you? But anyway, all of those things were a part of conditioning, especially growing up in dysfunction. So they just were things piling on top of already what was being done, which just made it harder and harder for me to come to the realization that something was indeed wrong. When you're going through things like that, you feel like the fact that you survived it is enough, and you don't realize the conditioning. You don't realize the temperament. You don't realize the behavior patterns or lack thereof, boundaries, and so forth and so on. So at this time in my life, I am learning to observe myself, to care for myself mentally, spiritually, physically. And I'm realizing that a lot of the people around me who say they love me, if they see what I am now seeing, why you never said anything? Why? I don't get it. Like, if you see somebody with something on their teeth when they're speaking to you, you should say something. If somebody has a stain somewhere or tissue stuck on their shoe, you should say something. Especially if this is somebody whom you claim to care for, to love, related to, some sort of a relationship, be it business, personal, family, whatever it be. And yeah, I don't understand why communication is so difficult for us humans, but it is. It really is. I'm remembering one day I went to a concert, and it was of choirs, the local choirs in town. They were having this jubilee, and I was rushing because I didn't want to be late. And the dress that I had on, I meant to ask my boyfriend while we was walking out the door to zip up the dress. I never remembered to zip up the dress. So I went through this whole concert. I stood up and everything, Because when you at a concert, what do? You stand up, you rock, you sway, you clap, you dance, whatever, the whole time. And when the evening was over, not even my date told me that my dress was unzipped the whole night. So, yeah, I have a lot of those stories, like the lashes at my best friend's wedding. All these people that came to talk to me saw that there was one eyelash out here and one is bald. So why would you not? Your eyelash is missing. Do you know you only have on one lash? Nobody said anything until I looked down and saw it, and I was like, really? All of the people that came and stopped and spoke to me, nobody could say your eyelash is missing. I don't understand that. I don't get that. But perception, looking for your own purpose, looking deeper within yourself to find the vision for your own life, you got to do it for yourself. It's got to be something that makes you happy. Find out what gives you joy and do it. Seek it out. Accomplish that thing. Do that thing that brings you joy. Even if you're not sure it'll bring you joy. If it's something that you've always wanted to do it. Do it. Don't wait for the perfect time, because the perfect time is now. The perfect time is the time you have available to do it. Go do it. And that's the mindset that I'm placing on myself. It's challenging. But when I get the inkling or the idea of something that I want to do, like there's 2 or 3 places that I want to visit, and I know I need to make the arrangements to do it. And I guess I'm just going to update my vision board. That's what I'm going to do, so that I can see it and it'll be on my mind and I will actually do it, because that does work for me. I don't know if any of you have ever tried a vision board, but it's very good. Put the things you desire to do for yourself on the board, and you look at them and you see them, put them in a place where you see them every day, and it will help you accomplish those goals, because you see them. So they'll be in your mind, it'll be implanted, and it won't be something that you just keep putting off. You'll get the project done, the feat done. But life's purpose. Seek your own deeper vision for life. And what you seek it is within you. That's why it keeps rising up. That's why it keeps coming back to you, because it's within you. It's something that desires to be fulfilled. And that's how we have visionaries and dreams and inventions that die when you die, because you never accomplished them. There are so many things that my parents wanted to do before they left this earth that they desired to do, and they let marriage, bills, children, and the things that come with life burden them to the degree where they were existing and were not living. And at this time in my life, I feel like I'm repeating that cycle, and I'm tired of it, and it needs to stop. And that's my sole purpose for this, so that hopefully my relatives are watching and they're getting this, and it's relatable to them, and they'll start making these moves. They'll seek out the resources that I have suggested, or other resources. I don't care. It doesn't have to be my resources. Just do the work, honey. Get yourself free. Get delivered. Get healed. Recover. Me personally, I can relate to it, because I had no idea that the things that I was experiencing, I was experiencing them because of the conditioning of how I grew up, period. And it's generational. And when you're coming up, the things that you do that happen and you experience, especially if you're experiencing them from birth, from early young age, it hinders your development in certain areas, and the things you are experiencing that are dysfunctional become your normal. They're normal to you. So when I used to sit with friends when I was younger, and we used to talk about how we used to get punished and stuff like that, and they'd be like, "Girl, you get punished like that? That's how you get disciplined? That's abuse." And I was like, "That ain't abuse. That's just how my parents do. My dad was strict, and they ain't play. And his siblings was the same way. They didn't play, and they got it from their parents, and I'm assuming their parents got it from their parents. So it's generational, and it was normal to us. To us, it was okay. This is how you love. This is how you discipline, and it was our normal. Now, as adults, we're trying not to be and do the same things that were done to us that we did not appreciate, and we're having a hard time wondering why are we repeating these cycles? Why are we not fulfilled? Why are we not happy? Because we're in survival mode. We're in defense mode all the time. It causes stress, hypertension, all kinds of disease, sickness. You lucky if you can keep your sanity, keep your mind. And, just trying to deal with it causes you to acquire all kinds of habits, addictions of all kinds. There's good habits, bad habits, but any addiction is not good. I don't care what it is. It can be alcohol, it can be drugs, it can be sex, it can be food, it could be anything. Shopping, it could be anything. It can really be anything. And that was, and now that I'm thinking back on it, some of those things were tools or outlets that I know that other of my relatives, they went to deal with the dysfunction that they did not know they were dealing with, to just learn how to accept their norm, which was not normal. It was dysfunctional. But if you seek your own vision of life, and not what, for my family, it was what the church tell you, what God said. That shit didn't work in every instance. I'm sorry. I mean, I love God. I grew up with him, but it didn't work in every instance. In most instances, it just did not work. The word don't teach you about dysfunction. It don't show you how to identify addiction and how to identify your, dysfunctional thinkings and thoughts and patterns and behaviors. Jesus didn't help me with that, okay? He helped me suppress it so that I can have my woosah moment, weeping, worshiping, and praying. And then I start back at, once I'm emptied, I fill back up with the mess, because the mess never gets cured. It never gets healed. It never gets resolved. So I bear it until I'm full again, and then worship, pray, weep again. This is not for everybody, but this is for me. This is my experience with it. But look within yourself. Like I've said in previous videos, the answer that you're searching for is within yourself. You just have to take the time out to sit down and ask yourself the hard questions. What's going on with me? Am I happy? Am I existing, or am I living? Am I thriving, or am I just here? Why am I here? What is it that I want to do now that I have done everything that I've needed to do for everybody else? I mean, I have children, siblings, other family coming up. Not siblings, my siblings, we ain't have no more of them. But my nieces, my nephews, my cousins who are beneath me, younger in age, I mean, not in status, in age, they need to realize, so I family has a problem with such and such and such. We have a problem with addictions and dysfunctions and narcissism and codependency. And how do we deal with that? What causes that? What are the habits that I've adapted because of that? It's really not that hard. A lot of it, abandonment issues, betrayal, like I said, living in survival mode, on defense all the time, you know, being a protector, a scapegoat, a defender. Depends on where you at. Are you on the narcissist side of it, or are you on the codependency side of it? At any rate, you have questions that you need answers to, and you have to be honest with yourself. Ask and answer the hard questions. If you need to seek help, honey. You have not because you ask not. Seek help. You're not going to get answers to dysfunction by reading Psalms and Revelations, etc., etc. Sorry, it's a way to keep your spirit intact, but it's not going to tell you how to correct behaviors and break patterns that you have inherited, that's in your DNA. It's in your DNA, just like the oppression that we suffer as melanated people. All of that shit that they went through, our ancestors, that's in our DNA. It's passed down. But we can change it. It doesn't have to stay the same. So whatever you think your life's purpose is, and if what you want it to be is not matching what it currently is, there's work to do. Don't be afraid. It's going to be hard. But get past the ego. Get past the shame. Get past pride. Do the work. Ask the hard questions. Get help. There are resources available. I will add them again. You'll see them in previous links, but I will add them again underneath this reel. And that's our wisdom word for today. Life's purpose. Seek your own deeper vision for life. I hope something I have said has reached you, touched you, helped you, or can refer you or the resource to someone who has the need. Thank you. I love you to life. I'll see you in the future. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.